Welcome once again to another edition of Shintigercurl Streaming. I am your delicious host, Shintigercurl. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had one of these, mainly due to my old compressor mic dying on me and forcing me to get a new one. If you're in the chat, say hello and let me know how I'm sounding so I can make the proper adjustments. Also, another reason why I couldn't stream was because it just wasn't healthy for me, because if you didn't know, you better call somebody. I'm sorry. If you didn't know, Texas is currently under an immense heat wave and drought. And if you're not been living in Texas, you are lucky, because we've been eating triple-digit numbers for the last 2 months. So, and we don't have central air in my house. We haven't had that in decades. So the only thing that I can keep my room cool is a swamp cooler. But thankfully, the weather is starting to taper off. We're starting to get a little bit cooler. So I figured I can just start doing some streaming. Couldn't do it last night. I planned on doing it last night, but unfortunately, internet crapped out on me. So there's that. I see you in the chat, Devil. I know you're working. Welcome. Always glad to see you. So, but before we get to the game, I think we're long overdue. So get your guns out, lock and load, because it's time to shoot the shit. All right, we got a lot to actually discuss since the last time we did an STS. And first and foremost, got to put the music on. There we go. First and foremost, we want to give of course, rescue Empache to one of the godfathers of hardcore wrestling and one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. Even though I didn't watch him in the 80s, I knew of him in the 90s from WWE or WWF and ECW, the Funker himself, Terry Funk. And of course, rescue Empache to Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, who tragically passed away from a heart attack brought on by complications from COVID-19. Bray's death is now. I won't say that either or better, worse than the other, but I was kind of expecting. With Funk, his health had been declining. He was really old and his health was in decline, so it wasn't too surprising for me to hear that he passed. I was just more, all right, at least he's not suffering anymore, so there's that. But with Bray just came out of nowhere. Like, I learned it. I was just surfing on Facebook and I saw a friend of the show and one of my close friends, Pugsley, make a comment stating, is it true that about these reports I'm hearing that Bray Wyatt died? And one of her friends said, yeah, he died. And I'm like, wait, Bray Wyatt's dead? And I looked at, and I quickly Googled it, and I'm like, oh my God, Bray Wyatt is dead. Yeah, losing Bray was, it's gonna be one of those deaths that I don't think wrestling as a whole is gonna get over. Excuse me. All right, it's gonna be one of those deaths. Welcome to Brother Ball. Welcome to the show. We're just shooting the shit right now. Currently, just talking about the things I missed from the last time. So we just talked about the untimely demise of Bray Wyatt, and I was like, Bray's death is gonna be like. It's going to be on the same level as Owen and Eddie and Brody and Jay, that it just happened. Feel like there was so much left to do. It was just so much left for that person to do. And it was just so creative. Yes, Roddy Strong still a tosser. Yeah, that's that. But yeah, his death is just going to be, it's not going to fully heal. Like, even to this day, Owen still hurts. Eddie still hurts. Brody still hurts. Jay definitely still hurts. And this is going to hurt for probably forever. And you could just tell by the way that everyone just talked about Bray. That everyone loved him. Like, he made everyone feel welcome. It was just so tragic to lose him. And I went back to that promo he did when he made his return. And for the first time, we weren't talking to Husky Harris. We weren't talking to Bray Wyatt or The Fiend or anything like that. We were talking to Wyndham. And you could feel that he was grateful that people wanted him back. And more than anything, everyone wanted him to succeed. I was critical of the Lights Out match. It was not a good match for either Bray or LA Knight. But I still wanted Bray to succeed. I still wanted him to get to those upper echelons where we knew he could. Like, sure, he was a 2-time world champion, but those title runs were so short that we never got to have or enjoy Bray as a proper world champion. Like, his run with the title as the Fiend was. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Him losing to Goldberg and getting jobbed out to Goldberg in Saudi Arabia, that was the catalyst for me stopping myself from watching WWE. That was the tipping point for me. Like, I was already on the fence, but him jobbing out to Goldberg in the way he did, because Goldberg didn't want to feel like he was like he was a superhero and he didn't want to lose to a supervillain. That was what it did it for me. Not just because I don't like Goldberg, because I love Bray Wyatt, and he deserves so much better than getting jobbed out to a 50-plus-year-old man who can't even go 5 minutes in the ring. Like, Bray didn't look anywhere near as jacked as Goldberg, and yet he could go. Hell, he had one of the best strap matches against one of the best wrestlers in the world the year prior. That should tell you something about how good he was. So it really did hurt. So Bray, Terry, we're gonna miss you. We also lost another member of the voice actor community, Alien Sorkinson, aka the original voice actress for Harley Quinn. I, like a lot of 80s and 90s kids, I grew up with the Batman the Animated Series, and I just fell in love with Harley. She was, even though she wasn't a part of the comic books, they created her specifically for the show. They made her, she was so damn good in the role, and it was just, she was one of the first characters to make the transition from TV show to comics. And now it's hard to imagine DC Comics without Harley Quinn in it. So, Arlene, when you get to heaven, tell Kevin he's a cool dude and have a drink on me. Is that? Let's see what else has been going on that we need to talk about. Oh, of course, we got to talk about this. Devil, me and you are gonna have a good time with this. The same day that the DLC for Shredder's Revenge came out, The live action One Piece adaptation for Netflix came out, and I'm going to mirror a lot of people's sentiments about it. It's not perfect, but I still had a blast watching it. It does take a lot of liberties with the source material and the story. Like, it does change the story up in a lot of ways. I'm going to do some spoilers here, so if you don't want some spoilers, then hit mute, or if you're watching this on the VOD, skip forward to the gameplay or whatever. But as far as the main cast, the actor, I don't know his name, but I need to learn his name, who played Luffy, he really got it. He played him subtly different from Luffy. He made him more reflective, but he still made him have that reckless charisma about him. And whenever he smiled or made some kind of off joke or something like that, I really feel like, hey, that's Luffy. Zoro had more of subtle humor to him. Like, he had these witty and these witty bites and jabs at folks, and it was just, people who don't know the character might think he's an edgelord or something like that, but no, he's just really laid back and cool. They really played up his love of a good booze once in a while, so that's good. Him and Sanji's little rivalry, always good stuff. And his fight scenes are probably the best in the film, mostly because, unlike Luffy, he's not truly reliant on a lot of CG. I mean, you're not going to see a lot of Luffy doing a lot of stretchy stuff because, well, doing stretchy stuff and on a budget on Netflix costs a lot of money. So they couldn't really give him the freedom to be, well, Luffy, because they're limited by what they could do. Nami, excellent. She did the scene, the help me Luffy thing. I got chills. Like, she killed that moment. That was a great ass moment. Usopp, I will agree with a lot of people, including Dark and as well as Ian from Grand Line Review. They kind of did him dirty because the Syrup Village arc seemed more like an arc for Zoro and Luffy than it is for him, but he still played Usopp great. He really got that whole bullshitter down, like that awful, that exuberant confidence of his. I love the act. I overlooked the whole long nose thing. He doesn't have a long nose like he has in the anime and the manga, but that's okay. He still played it excellently. And I also like the fact that they actually played up the romance between him and Kaya. Yeah, they actually kiss. Yeah, Usopp gets himself a little something, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Sanji. I'm gonna say this right now. Sanji has far more swag in the live action than he does in the comics and in the manga and the animated series and the anime. And he's a simp, straight up, but here he feels more swaggy. Like when he first meets Nami and the crew, he immediately just turns on the charm. That's right. Yeah, it's Disney. Disney got Disney money. They got billions of dollars. This is Netflix, so I'm not expecting top tier like Thanos level CGI and all this kind of shit. They're limited to what they can do, so I'm not overly mad about this stuff. So yeah, there's that. But Sanji just really turns on the charm, and his relationship with Zeph is so great. I love Zeph in this show. One thing I really didn't expect from this show is a meeting between Garp and Zeph. Like, I'm a spoiler warning. Garp plays a large part in this series. Like, he appears from like the jump, and he is constantly chasing Luffy. And they kind of like, they do pretty much break the fact that he and Luffy are grandfather and grandson almost immediately. Well, not immediately, like a couple of episodes in. So yeah, the Straw Hats feel great. Villains, Alvida, they don't really play into her ugliness or her fatness because, you know, no body shaming and all that other stuff. But she was okay. Axam Morgan, he was there. I wasn't really feeling Axam Morgan in this interpretation of him. Buggy was amazing. Like, the actor who played him killed it. Like, he got that vibe of this sinister, like, clown, just made him unnerving, but added to this little effect of him wanting the spotlight, of wanting all the attention. And then he has actually a bigger presence in the show than he does in the manga. Like, he's with the crew the entire way, is nearly a talking head. So there's that. Buggy, I loved him, and his chop fruits, just, it really looked amazing, and it really looked menacing, and it really looked like it was a problem. Kuro, they made him out like a fucking horror movie villain. The entire Sur Village arc takes place like contained inside of Kaya's mansion, and it really feels like a horror movie, and they really got his catwalk down. I love what they did with Cham and Bucci. They made... yeah, I'll get to Don Krieg in a bit. Cham and Bucci, they made them Cockney. And they turned Cham into a woman. But I have no problem with that. Cham and Bucci, they were amazing. And especially in that series. Let's see. Don Krieg, as you mentioned, he was not in the Bharati arc at all. Ian didn't like it, but me personally, I've never been a fan of Don Krieg. I fucking hate that guy. He just gets, he only appears, and he just gets waxed by Mihawk, like he wasn't nothing. He only appears in like one scene against Mihawk, and then Mihawk claps his ass. So there's that. Arlong, I was a little iffy about because of how the costume work for him was, but the actor really got him. Like, the Arlong pirates feel very hoodish, not in a bad way. They just feel like they came straight out of a 90s hood film. Like, Arlong feels a lot like Omar from The Wire. Like, he's this thug, but he's really intelligent, really intimidating, and he just feels just so there. In case you don't know, there is no Django. Django is not in this show, which is a crime. Full Body does make an appearance, but he gets his ass kicked by Sanji. The Fisherman Pirates, there are a lot of fishmen in the Fisherman Pirates, more so than the anime or the manga. But they all, the officers are there, all except for Hachi. And I can understand why they couldn't do Hachi, because how could you do a 6-armed octopus man? Like, there was no way they could do that, and they would probably blow their entire budget just doing Hachi if they could. Hi, Just Julius. Welcome to the chat. I'm welcome to stream. Yeah, it did rejuvenate the entire East Blue saga. Yeah, it was. They had to cut some stuff out, but they added some stuff in, like the aforementioned. I'm not the Maxicorn. I'm just Maxicorn. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's that stuff. Thank you for dropping by. Just talking about the One Piece adaptation. Another big surprise: Kobe and Helmeppo. Ian says that Helmeppo was his favorite character in the show, and I kind of agree. He's one of the best characters in the show. The actor portrayed him with the equal parts of a annoying little shit and a guy who just wants to get out of his father's shadow, and seeing his relationship with Luffy just blossom. His relationship with Kobe just blossom till they become friends, and it just put a smile on my face because I low-key love Helmeppo. He is one of my favorite characters in the entire series. Yeah, I still make those Warmer Horde videos. I'm trying a different format, but I'm just trying to set things up. I'm using a new editing software. I still haven't gotten the hang of it, but I'm still going to try to see what I can do with it. But thank you that you know so much about my work. I appreciate it. One of my failings with the One Piece series is Garp. The actor did the best he could with Garp, but he just didn't feel like Garp. Oh, I'm really hyped for the return of the Orgoth. I really want to see them come back. I'm trying to get a hold. I'm still trying to get a hold of the book so I can read through it, look through the lore, see what I can do, see what videos I can make from it. But I don't have that many up-to-date books, so I'll just have to keep on the lookout. And best believe when that Orgoth book, when the Orgoth source book drops, I am definitely gonna do some stuff for it, because as soon as they heard that the Orgoth will return, I'm like, how are they going to do this? How are they going to mix this to the lore? Especially after all the shit that went down with the, then I'll have to get the app. Then if I got the space for it on my phone, and hopefully it doesn't crash. Got a lot of stuff on my phone. But what else can we talk about? What can we talk about when it comes to the One Piece anime adaptation? Shanks looks good. Ah, they don't get souls. Okay, that's cool. Shanks was okay. Shanks was pretty good. Okay, thank you. Interesting. I'll have to definitely look that up. They got Shanks down pretty good, pretty much. Really played up his They really played up his drunkenness when Mihawk comes to visit him. Mihawk was good. I really liked his fight with Zoro, although his parting words with Zoro did feel kind of flat, but that's okay. They really got his skill down excellently. I love that. There are other changes to be sure, but overall, if you can ignore the changes and just appreciate for what they did, it's a very good anime adaptation. More so than the last ones that we've been forced to deal with when it comes to Netflix and Hollywood and all that other bullshit. So if I had to give it a rating, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Good, could use improvement, still have a good time. Yeah, that's my phone. Yeah, that was just some friends on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter. I'm banned off Twitter. What am I talking about? Let's see, and we can get working one more before we start the stream. Let's see, well, what can we talk about? One more thing. I know there's something I wanted to talk about. What about old LT? What about old DSP? DSP still is a piece of shit. Hey guys, I'm DSP. I really need the money. I really need that money. I don't need the money, but I really need that money. So could you donate, guys? Please, thank you. Yeah, he did something so stupid the other day. He got someone gave him a mini PC. It's like a little box, like this little mini PC thing. Like I looked at the mini PCs, they look okay, and he's mad because he was trying to play Chrono Trigger on it, and it crashed on him. And he was like, "This mini PC is a piece of crap. It has no ventilation. It has no fan. It was made to overheat." And someone in the chat is like, "Yeah, no, they have a fan. It's just really small." And they corrected him, and he kind of just threw under the bus. And then the next stream, she was like, "When are you going to apologize to me for this?" Like, "No, I'm not going to apologize to anything. You're banned." And like, god damn it. Yeah, DSP is like a cockroach. He just never quits. But on the plus side, he's still getting waxed on Street Fighter. So watching him getting his ass clapped, and he actually gave out an open challenge to anyone in the FGC to challenge him to some games of Street Fighter. Nobody picked it up, and he was like, "FGC is nothing. They're trash. That's why I don't deal with them no more." Oh, hello LPH, welcome. Yeah, do not give DSP your money. Save that for Impact. You're going to Impact next week. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, despite what some people say, Impact is actually doing pretty good. Great, even. They're still one of the most consistent brands in terms of just week-to-week television, and they've been doing a lot of good stuff lately in the last couple of years. So good on you, LPH, for going. Also, speaking of money, I just want to give a quick shout out to Mr. Bobbert 33. He made it possible for me to get this nice new microphone after my old one died out. He was very generous. I still can't find him on my Facebook because Facebook are dicks to me, but I'm very, very grateful. The 1000 live episode. Oh, I gotta watch that now. I gotta watch that next week. That's great. Awesome. Also, since you guys are here, might as well give you one last bit of news. Devil already knows this, but I'm going to break it to you live because she would probably be watching sometime later. But Shintigercurl, am officially off the market. Yes, right. I have been picked up by a chick. Let's see. Magnus is back. No longer a Warcaster because PP doesn't want mercs to beef. Aw, damn. It's good that he's back, but does that mean that pirates aren't a thing in War Machine anymore? I hope not, because the Talon Charter is one of my favorite groups in the entire series. I was gonna play pirates before I got out of the game. Like, I was getting ready to transition over from Kador straight up to the Talon Charter. I hope that's not the case. I'm gonna be disappointed. But yeah, I found a chick. Oh, good. Thank you, thank God. I was gonna pitch a fit if they. But yeah, I'm not gonna tell her too much. Her name is Delilah. She lives in no new Warcasters. Okay, that makes sense. That's good. I can live with that. But yeah, name's Delilah. She lives in Las Vegas, Nevada. She works at the call center. I kind of met her on Reddit on a less than a forum that I can't really mention on here because I don't want YouTube to shut me down and shit. But yeah, we kind of just started off like friends, but then like last week I helped her out with her rent, and she's like, "That's the nicest thing anybody's ever done for me. Even my old boyfriends would never have done something like this for me." And she's like, "Fuck it. I'm gonna be your boyfriend. I'm gonna be your girlfriend." Like, for real? Like, yeah, for real. Okay, Ren is no longer a merc. He's Crix now? Ew. Let's see. Oh, Broadside's Bart. Without a doubt, my favorite one is Phineas Shea. I did an entire video about talking about how much I love the Talon Charter, and I love Phineas Shea. I just like him. I just like how the relationship he has with his crew, like his backstory. He also comes with the Commodore cannon, so you can't say no to the most powerful piece of artillery in the whole fucking game, unless that has changed since the last time I played it. But yeah. All right. We have shot the shit enough. That was like 10, 20 minutes of shooting the shit. I think it's time to get to some gaming. All right. Let me set this up right quick. All right, hold on. Looks like this is. I'm going to have to change my capture. Let's see. No. Oh, that's right. I was streaming from my computer. Okay, I gotta. All right. Where is it? Let's see. No. Okay. All right, I forgot to do this. This is gonna take me a while, so keep chatting. I'll answer while I'm working on this. All right, I gotta change this around. Let's see, audio put browser source, stream capture, media file. Where are you? I need to find you. Yeah, plan out a 2K fantasy because all the. Okay, that's pretty cool, man. I'm glad you're still streaming. It's too bad I haven't been able to catch it because timing issues, but that's okay. No, that's not it. All right, media. No. Where the heck is the? Let's see, the Ripalong Plague just got to the continent of Orgoth, and Commodore is so Commodore. Oh, okay, Commodore is playable. Okay, he's got the Colossals. Okay, nice. The Ripalong, yeah, it couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch of psychopaths. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, capture cards. Okay. Add source. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Sorry about that. I didn't mean you to look at me right now. All right. Although my girlfriend would say something, we have something to say about that. Just gotta adjust this. All right. Let's see. Actually, been kind of dead. Poor Art Lane. That sucks, man. Hopefully, he'll make it further in the tournament. All right, here we go. All right. Okay. Oh, he's called Magnus the Unstoppable now. All right, what kind of toy does he have? I'm interested. While you're doing that, booting up the turtles. Freaking turtles. Getting some turtles. Turtle action. Gotta adjust this. All right. I have not played this. I have not played the DLC yet. I just downloaded it the other night, but I haven't touched it. I haven't done anything to it. I don't know what's gonna happen in this, but we're gonna find out together. We're gonna have some fun. A super heavy warjack? Oh, damn, that sounds delicious, Julius. That a super the Invictus. Anything that's named Invictus has a win in my book. All right. Let's get it started. All right, we got the stuff. We're gonna get new game. Keep power levels. You sure you want to keep power levels? Yes, we do. All right, let me see if I can't improve the resolution on this. It's a little bit choppy. No sound? All right, let me see if I can check the properties. All right, configure video. All right. All right, resolution. 78 by 20. Buffering, auto detect. Let's see. All right. Oops, wrong one. All right. Let me see if I can try to get the sound up. Oh wait a minute, this is the wrong one. Let me get rid of this right quick because I don't need it. All right. Let's see. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. FPS match frame output. And let's go 60 frames. So basically, Magnus created fucking War Machine Voltron. All right. Yeah, he created a fucking War Machine Voltron. What the hell is that? No, I can't do that. See all the, and they all look like they. Yeah, I think I've seen that picture before. Looks weird. Looks very weird. Let me see if we can we can do sound capture for this. Where's the sound at? Applications. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get the sound just right. I might have to change stuff or get around. All right. Audio output capture, input, properties. The wonders of freaking live stuff on here. I'm gonna get the settings just right. All right. Ah, nice. He's got his scatterguns mounted on his hand. All right. Unfortunately, we had to do this without sound, at least on my end. I'm not sure if you guys can hear this, but okay. We're just gonna start on OK. All right. DLC for Turtles for Shredder's Revenge. As you can see, I've nearly leveled up all my turtles except for Raph. April's leveled up, Splinter's leveled up, Casey's leveled up, but we got 2 new characters for Shredder's Revenge. First, Usagi Yojimbo, the samurai hair from another dimension. Big time fan. Black Penny is gone. Okay. I can see why you'd be happy for that. That's cool. And next is Karai, the daughter of Shredder, and Leo's love interest. Like, come on, if you watched the 2003 Ninja Turtle series, you know these two had something. So, and judging by Devil's response, I think we're gonna start with everyone's favorite samurai hair, Usagi Yojimbo, or as the cartoon, or as the commercial would say, Usagi Yojimbo. Usagi Yojimbo. All right. If you've seen this, we're going to. The heck. My plus isn't working, so I can't sit. Oh, that is great. I've always wanted pistols to work in melee. So that's great. That's awesome. Yeah, it appears my plus button isn't working right. My Pro controller isn't as responsive as it used to be. Like, it's not letting me skip it. So we're just gonna have to deal with if you haven't seen the Turtles, if you haven't seen Shredder's Revenge playthrough, you should. It's a great game. Which does makes sense, Julius. Makes sense. All right, we're going to play through this game. All right, we're starting at Channel 5 News, or Channel 6 News, and here is basic attack, jump, dodge, taunt. Okay, nice. All right. Wow. Yep. Wow, he actually feels pretty good to play. Dang. Usagi Yojimbo. All right, he's kind of he's a bit slow when at least when compared to the others. Oh, let's look at the super. Oh, nice. I think he's a bit slower. He might be a bit faster than Master Splinter, but he's still slower than everyone else. But I do like his swordplay. So that's his dash attack. He just straight up guts you. All right, hi Vern. Whee! But yeah, so far I'm liking him. He feels good. And stop playing Game Boy. No one wants to see you play Game Boy. All right, and why are you guys on? Super attack. Nice. Kind of reminds me of Zoro, one of Zoro's pound moves, which I'm all for. I'm a bit rusty at this game. I actually tried to. I actually spent several days trying to do a no-hit run of this first level because there's a trophy for it. Hi, Burn. So I know this stage pretty well. Hassan Chop. Yeah, this also reminds me that the Baki series, the Grappler Baki series, has finally sort of ended with Baki fighting his dad. It was a pretty crazy fight, but it was a Baki fight. What do you expect? Put that meat down. You don't need ham, and you guys don't need to. And you guys don't need sit-ups. Why do you... It's time for me to start asking these freaking questions about the Foot Clan again. Why are they here? Why are they doing sit-ups? They are robots. They don't have muscles. Why are they exercising? Yeah. But yeah, with Baki now having beaten his dad, there's like one other arc there's another arc they could do after this, and anyone who is familiar with the Grappler Baki series knows exactly what that arc is. I shit you not. Let's see. The Bounty Rush series. That's a good explanation for it. I've heard some people call Kisuke Itagaki the Japanese Rob Liefeld, and I'm like, no. There are some similarities to be sure, but Itagaki is a much better artist than freaking Liefeld. Because at least when Itagaki does his work, it feels like he's just taking the human form to its absolute limits. And with Liefeld, it feels like he doesn't understand how the human body is supposed to look. So there's that. And also, in case you didn't know, Kisuke Itagaki's daughter is actually a mangaka herself, and she's actually created one of my favorite manga of all time, Beastars. Yes, the one with the wolf and the rabbit fucking, or talking about fucking. Yeah. Her father is the one who is she is the daughter of the guy who creates Baki. Yeah, like I said, Beastars. All right, Bebop, time to taste cold steel. And matter of fact, Usagi would fit right in with the world of Beastars. I mean, he is an anthropomorphic rabbit. Sun Chop. If you haven't watched Beastars, it's actually a very good series. It's basically Zootopia taken to its nth degree. Yeah, Julius, it's not so much that he wages war against it. He just pushes what the human anatomy can and can't do to its absolute limit. So it's horrifying, but it's a beautiful sort of horrifying. Yeah, it's understandable. You can. Oh, he has a cat girlfriend, so Usagi literally gets pussy. I hold nothing back. Yeah, I can understand why it would turn you off, Julius. It's an acquired taste. But at least Liefeld, at least there's just some horrifying beauty about it. I can't put it into words, but I can understand why people don't like it. It's okay. But yeah, in case you didn't know, in the next big arc for Baki, all the fighters are like really bored because there's really nobody left to fight. But so Tokugawa decides, hey, let's clone the greatest samurai who ever lived. And so they clone Miyamoto Musashi, and he just starts running everybody's fades. That's a big thing in Japan. If you never heard of Miyamoto Musashi, he's actually considered one of the greatest samurai who ever lived. The guy who created or at least pioneered the two-sword style. If you want to read more about him, there's actually a really great seinen manga called Vagabond, which is on hiatus. It is an excellent manga. I can see where that comes from, Julius. Damn foot soldiers. Annoying little bastards, aren't you? All right, there's something in here. There's Irma. Yeah, it is. And believe it or not, my first novella that I'm writing is gonna have Musashi in it. It's basically it started off from a conversation I had with some friends on the CBR combat forums. This is the same place that me and Devil are from. And the topic of a historical figure named Julie Daubeny, who was a 17th century French opera singer / duelist, who was actually a swordswoman, undefeated swordswoman. Like this is reading about her life is amazing. Like, this chick, openly bisexual in a time where that kind of thing was not seen. And this one story, get off that bike. There's one story where Julie got into a argument with three guys at a bar or someplace, and she totally kicks their asses in a sword fight. And so she regrets doing what she did. So she goes to the guy. She goes to one of the guys. She's like, "Oh, I'm totally sorry. I'm sorry that I whooped your ass." He's like, "No, I deserved it. So what do you want to do about this?" He's like, "You want to fuck?" And so she fucked him right in there in the bed. And I'm like, shit. Yeah, the Foot Clan have no taste in it. Look at this. Look at this. Why are they driving these cars? Where are they gonna go? They don't work. Well, they do work for some reason. So, one of the best stories about Julie was that one day she fell in love with this hot chick who was the daughter of a French nobleman, and his father was like, no, I'm not letting you anywhere near my daughter. I know your reputation, Julie. I know it very well. So she sends her to a convent in hopes to become a nun. And then Julie gave up on her and was unfortunately unable to be with her. No, I'm just bullshitting. She did. You know what she did? You know what this chick did? She disguised herself as a nun, took the holy orders, snuck into the convent, found her waifu, and in the cover of their escape, she set fire to the fucking convent. I am not kidding. To get this woman, this chick set fire to a nunnery. I've done a lot of things for pussy. I have never set fire to a convent. And I'm making that a short. Alright, Rocksteady. So anyway, Julie actually was married for the majority of her life, but her husband either was a cuck or he just couldn't please her in any sort of way. So she pretty much had relations with men and women. It didn't matter who. If you were on Julie Daubney's radar, she was gonna fuck you. And if you got a problem with it, she'll just take you outside and beat your ass in a sword duel, because she was the best swordswoman in the entire country, if not all of Europe. And what's more, she was an opera singer. So after she beat your ass, she would probably sing about it in an opera. Ah, there goes Brocksteady. So anyway, she dies, unfortunately, of a disease we don't know what at the age of 33. So point of it is, I was like, what would happen if Musashi met Julie? And people were like, oh, that's a stupid idea. So I decided to run with it. So I'm writing a story where these two actually met, even though Musashi died like 40, 50 years before Julie was even born. I'm not going to spoil the story, but mostly it's going to be having them just fuck a lot. It's going to be one of those stories. Okay, there's Irma. All right, time to skate or die on Mutants Over Broadway. Okay. Okay, hold on for a second. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hide these somewhere. Sorry, my dad asked me to hide some birthday stuff from my mom. My mom's birthday is coming up soon, so I'm having to hide that from her. I'll have to hide that someplace. So I'll do so after the stream. All right. And while we're on random topics, while I'm busy kicking some Foot Clan ass. What are you guys? Those of you in the chat, what were your opinions of All Out? I mean, of All In. What were your opinions? Unfortunately, I fell asleep. Not that I fell asleep during the show. I actually slept too late. I got my times mixed up, so I actually missed most of the show. I got back in during the women's Fatal 4-Way, but I did hear about what happened. So, what did you guys think? I wish I could have seen the Anarchy in the Arena match. I wish I could have seen a lot of the matches I was looking forward to. I heard Punk and Joe was good. I heard FTR Young Bucks was good. Let's see. Here they come. Get off that goddamn bike. All right. I don't like foot soldiers on bikes. I'm prejudiced. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I fucking hate you guys. Anyway, I watched the coffin match, and I will say thank you TK thank you, TK, because Sting actually came out to Seek and Destroy by Metallica. If you don't know, that was Sting's theme music from when he was in WCW. Like, as soon as I heard those opening rips, like, oh shit, TK, you glorious motherfucker, you lovable cokehead, you. Nah, TK's not on coke. So, and of course I saw the main event between the new ROH World Tag Team Champions, Adam Cole, and that was a fantastic match. Great storytelling, great in-ring action. It was so good. Ah, pizza. Bastard. So, it just had some great moments in it, and who would have thought that? Here's something I never thought I'd hear. Who would imagine that within a year's time, my first death, if you told me last year that Jack Perry would be a detestable heel, and that everyone would be cheering MJF as a face, I would say you're crazy. Yeah, overall was good. And of course, I can't talk about All In without talking about the elephant in the room. The whole confrontation between Jack Perry and CM Punk, which resulted in both of them getting suspended. Now, this is just what I've heard. If you don't know what's happened, all right, a few weeks ago, Jack wanted to go on vacation. So he wanted to sell his feud with Hook, and he wanted to sell him actually getting really, really legitimate hurt so he could get some time off. So he wanted to do a spot using real glass. Punk advised him not to use the real glass, which caused some friction between them. Because even though from what I've read, the higher ups approved of him using the glass spot, so it was kind of weird in that way. So anyway, from what I've been able to see, because I didn't see because I woke up late, Jack and Hook's match for the FTW title was on the pre-show, was on 0 Hour, and Jack did a spot on a car with some glass, and he pulled the camera close to him. And he said, who survived the Infernal War? Let me know. So anyway, so Jack pulls the camera close to him, and he says, "Real glass, cry me a river," which was directed at Punk. He didn't say Punk's name, but you knew who he was talking about. And apparently, both Punk and Joe were in Gorilla. And as soon as the match was over, there was some kind of confrontation that happened between Jack and CM Punk. Now, depending on who you talk to, Jack pushed him first, Punk pie faced him, or Tony Khan was there. It all depends on who you ask. But for whatever reason, there was some kind of confrontation. And it got to the point, it was so bad that that TK actually had to change the match order because he wanted to try to keep Punk and the Elite apart because Jack Perry is close to the Elite, and we know they have beef. So after this was said and done, Jack was escorted off the premises out of Wembley. Punk had his match with Joe, and after that, he was escorted out. But he said there was apparently some reports that he had some kind of shouting match with TK. I'm not sure where that comes from. So basically, once again, CM Punk has been put on suspended leave. Now, it all depends on who you want to believe. There are a lot of different stories coming out about who started it, who was there. Joe apparently was sick of this shit. Like, Joe actually tried to be peacekeeper. He actually tried to be a leader. Punk reportedly put him in a rear naked, put Jack in a rear naked choke and kind of choked him out, but I'm not sure if I buy that. There was a false report about Punk having some kind of confrontation with Miro, but that was just a joke. They was just like, Miro went to go check on Punk, and he's like, are you okay? And Punk's like, yeah, I want to fight about it. And Punk was like, and Joe and Miro's like, let's go in the ring and make some money. And so many people ran with that. All right, the new Orgoff host is not just the Order. Oh, I've heard of the Felgoraf. I was wondering if they were going to play a part in the lore moving forward after the claiming. So nice to see that there are more orders being played out with this. All right, Rumble in the Zoo. So now, according to reports, originally it was going to be Ricky Starks versus CM Punk for the quote-unquote real world title. But that had to be changed. A lot had to be changed because of what happened at All Out. I mean, at All In. I'm sorry. I keep getting those two mixed up. Ah. Why did you attack me? Oh, that's great. That's good stuff. I always love hearing more lore stuff. So I love about War Machine. It's not as large and overwhelmingly expansive as 40K, but it does so with deeper. Get out of that bitch! God damn you! You're not sleeping. See, this is why I hate foot soldiers. They think they can fool people into thinking they're just regular ass people, but no, you guys are bastards. No. See, you're not fooling me. It's eating ice cream. Don't eat ice cream. Let's look at the dive attack. Nice. You don't eat ice cream. Let's look at that again. Oh, okay. So it's it could be a combo extender. Okay. No, the foot, they don't vibe. They don't do anything. They're robots. Why would they be eating ice cream? See, he's doing what a foot soldier is supposed to do. Tilda Frog. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? What's up? I love the pup crocs. He don't need no ice cream. He doesn't even have a mouth. What? How can he even? Devil, you know I'm doing this. I was like this from the last time we played this game. Get off that bench, lazy motherfucker. See, you lazy see, they are doing what Foot Soldier's supposed to be doing. He's doing what Foot Soldier's supposed to be doing. Yeah, but only the cool robots can vibe, like your Datas or your E102 Gammas or your E Omegas or Sage, but not Foot Soldiers. So Foot Soldiers are useless. I love the Punk Frogs. A lot of people don't know. I'm currently watching a Let's Play by the Super Gaming Brothers of this game, without the DLC, and they don't know who they think that the Punk Frogs are like. They're like a Battletoads ripoff or something. I'm like, no, they're not. They have nothing to do with the Battletoads. Well, at least the battle droids had personality. Like, you felt bad for the battle droids in Clone Wars. Like, here comes some more fucking Jedi. We're totally boned. There's Anakin Skywalker. He's totally gonna beat our asses. Well, that's pretty much Star Wars. They are just hella racist against droids in general. Like, remember in New Hope, hey, we don't serve their kind here. Get them damn droids out of here. It's that racism. It's that casual racism. Yeah, Grand Admiral Thrawn knows all about that racism. He dealt with it firsthand. Grand Admiral Thrawn, I love him. I need to see how they do him in the Ahsoka series, because this is our first time having a live action. Yeah, that is morbid as hell. I actually had a dream once. I was watching an episode of Old School He-Man, because I've been binging Old School He-Man episodes on YouTube. And in it, Orko's talking to Man-at-Arms. And he was saying, Man-at-Arms, you gotta help. What's wrong, Orko? He-Man's is saying some weird stuff. Like, what kind of weird stuff? And they go to confront He-Man, and he's acting real like hella racist, you know? Not like he's still talking like He-Man, but he's just making all these racist remarks about blue people on Eternia. Like, He-Man, Orko is saying that you've been saying some weird stuff, and he's like, I've not been saying anything weird, Man-at-Arms. I just don't like blue people. They're a drain on the society of good proper Eternians like myself. Like, He-Man, you don't mean that. Damn, I do, Orko, you useless son of a bitch. When was the last time you contributed anything to society? All you do is float around and cause trouble for hardworking Eternians like me. Yeah, that does sound like a solid JJ vid. And I woke up laughing because of just how absurd it was. And here it was, one of the greatest heroes, just openly just being super ridiculous racist towards Orko and blue people. And I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, what if he did the same to Merman? Merman is blue. Merman, go beat the shit out of He-Man. Oh, of course, Skeletor. Now, before we get started, Merman, where's your visa? I don't remember seeing it. You're just taking work away from good pale Eternians like myself. Why don't you head back to wherever you came from, Merman, you blue fuck? I don't like you I don't like you blueberry fucks anymore. It's so wrong, but it's so hilarious. Like, oh, there goes Ground Chuck. Come here, dirtbag. There goes dirtbag. Lost some lives going on He-Man going on a racist rant against blue people. I don't really hate everyone. I just don't have a good opinion of blue people. They're just a drain on natural resources for good, honest working Eternians like myself. Hey man, I didn't know this side about you. I don't much like yellow people either. I don't much like. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. I don't want to. I'm gonna stop right there with that right now. I'm gonna make some shorts out of this. I'm trying to make some shorts with these. The racist adventures of He-Man. King of Spill. All right. You don't read. What could you be looking at? What could you be reading? What could you be reading? You were probably just reading the comics. What? You were looking at what? Spider-Man? Hagar the Horrible? Family Circus? What? Tell me what you were reading, Foot Soldier. You weren't reading the classifieds. And you certainly weren't reading the New York Times. That's for true. See? See, why couldn't you be like these Foot Soldiers and actually do your job? He-Man, the racist man in the universe. Only two people know of our secret. Our friend, the sorceress, and Man-at-Arms. What about me, He-Man? What about you? Why don't you do something useful with your magic and go make me a sandwich? I would say... I'm gonna go back to Trala. That's right, go back to where you belong. Leave Eternians for Eternians and not disgusting blue people. Yeah, this is what I think about sometimes. I think about one of my childhood heroes being ultra racist as fuck. Yeah, we have good times here. All right, Mousers. Break it down. All right. So while I'm kicking some ass, friendly reminder: you want to donate something to the channel? It's always welcome. Doesn't matter how much. As you can see at the top, I'm trying to earn up some money for some snacks.